what do you guys think it's like to be Black, specifically a Black girl or woman in today's society and world?
For me personally, being a Black woman in America, you got 2 strikes against you because you're Black and you're a woman.
Yeah.
And then also, especially in today's media, we have all these stereotypes about us. Like, we're supposed to be loud, we're supposed to be ghetto, we're supposed to be like sexualized in a way.
Yeah.
And then we're in all different shapes and sizes. Like, we have a lot more to us than what's shown in the media.
Mm-hmm.
I also think as a Black woman, it's good to educate others who maybe believe kind of like those stereotypes towards Black women and also like the Black community. Because for me, like I came from, and I am still going to, a predominantly white institution. So, kind of correcting people, when that stuff comes up is a good way to, break down those stereotypes and ways of thinking that, society has put in place.
We didn't introduce ourselves.
Oh yeah, I forgot. So they're gonna introduce themselves really quick.
Hello, my name is Amani, and I'm 18 years old, and I'm from Chicago, Illinois.
My name's Faith. I'm 18, and I'm from the northern suburbs of Chicago.
Okay. So now that they have introduced themselves, I'm sorry, I forgot about that. What is your question?
Okay, so living in Chicago, a lot of our schools are segregated. Like, I always lived in Black communities. I went to a pretty much predominantly Black school, and I learned from you guys who pretty much went to different schools being predominantly white. Yeah. So I kind of wanted to see our differences between our experience in the schools. Mm-hmm. So my experience was like, it's kind of like, I'm not saying it's like an HBCU in a sense, but like I noticed all the Black culture, and I was literally raised in always Black culture. And yeah, I just wanted to know what it was like.
For me, I kind of moved a lot, but everywhere I moved, it was like a mostly white community. I guess it was a little bit different because I didn't get exposed to a lot of like Black culture. And sometimes like when a classmate like treats me different than other classmates, I always wonder if it's like, the personality of that classmate that, that they're mean or whatever, or is it because of like my skin color? Like I always like wonder that. So
I think for me, because I have only gone to predominantly white schools my entire life, and now that I'm in college and when I go to graduate school, I'm pretty sure I'm going to go to another PWI. I think it's just really interesting, especially because this is a predominantly white institution, how like few of not just Black people, but of all cultures, Hispanic, Latinx, Indian, just a whole bunch of other different races that are not, I want to say, fully represented. Like in my English class, I myself, and there's only one other Black person in that class, which can be tough at times. And then obviously my English teacher is white, so just I want to say, when we do talk about the discussion of race and just I want to say in general of being a specific race in society, it is kind of targeted towards Black, just because we do have the police brutality, we do have the mistreatment because of our skin tone and the unfairness when it comes to a lot of other things. So I think I'm used to it because I've never gone to a predominantly Black school before, but it's just, I've grown up doing it, and it's easier. It gets easier because we are growing and maturing. It's a lot easier to put away all of those negative things and to focus on yourself more.
Kind of adding to that, especially when like there's conversations about race. I know in my high school, I always feel like those like eyes like staring at me because most of the time I was like either the only Black girl or the only like legit Black person in the class. And so when those conversations of race come up, I always feel like the teacher wants me to say something because I am Black, and like they're probably like, oh, this person may have experienced like injustice or like I don't know, like, and you kind of feel like this pressure to like participate, but you don't want what you're saying to be like generalized to like the whole like Black community, because each and every person in the Black community has experienced something different. So